You never know. And we were talking about things, and I say, like what are you into? I don't know, what was my specific question? Are you into Game of Thrones? Or House of Dragons? She goes, I don't like anything that's fake. And Bunter's like, yeah.
No, that's not what it. No. You're missing the meat in the hamburger here.
There we go.
You're missing the patty. You asked, you don't like fake stuff, huh?
No, I didn't say fake.
No, you're like fake. Mythical or whatnot. And then I think you brought up Star Wars. You brought up Star Wars. You were like, so you telling me like Star Wars or anything? He goes, oh, no. And I got up and hugged her.
And then you go, I don't like anything that's fake. And I go, Bonte, you spent all last night playing a fake video game with you operating fake college teams while you created your fake character where you're the head coach of a fake program.
But it's a real sport.
While recruiting fake players.
It's based on real life.
And then came in and complained about how difficult fake recruiting is in the fake video game.
It's based on real life, on reality. What is Superman based off of?
Fascination with what might not be real.
So my stuff is...
She really was aggressive when she said, I don't like fake bleep. I was like, oh my God.
I gave her a high five. No, I like Game of Thrones. I'm into Game of Thrones. I'm into the dragons or whatnot. I love it. Big Game of Thrones fan. Downstairs, love me. Downstairs.
As in
Downstairs.
Front of the building.
Just go ahead and turn on the mic. Do it. Turn on the mic. In front of the building, downstairs.
So yeah, white van.
Hey, you want to go get it, Shasky? You want to go get it? You got Big Carter lurking too. Front. You got Carter.
See, this new shift has me completely...
See a white windowless van? That's what I'm looking for?
No, you're always disheveled. You're looking for a white Bronco?
No, he's not looking for
Oh, I thought you said white Bronco. My bad.
I never said Bronco.
I know. I put words in your mouth.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Mark Willard you.
They didn't put OJ in the in memoriam for the ESPYs. I saw that.
Oh.
The BET Awards did.
They got some heat for that.
Did they?
There's some cheering.
Okay.
So, Uncle Looney on YouTube. Star Wars isn't a documentary.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are we doing here? Come on.
Estimated eyes. I'm into the dragons.
Hey,
I am into the dragons.
Is
cool.
Damon going to do something this season? Or
I don't want to spoil it. Yeah, I think it's all
so
set up.
behind. I've watched like the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. But boy, the dragons are really cool. I will say that.
It's
cool.
incredible.
I don't want to spoil it because but only watched 2 episodes.
I enjoy it.
Did you finish Receiver Doc?
Yes.
Were you a little disappointed in the last 2 episodes? Did you like it?
It was just going to make me sad.
I feel like they rushed through the last 2 episodes.
What did you think of Shanahan?
Shanahan what?
Just through the prism of everything that you saw at the end.
I feel like
the team felt a little too loose for my liking.
Yeah.
What did you think?
And, well, they've been there before. I'd rather them being loose, but also they were complaining about the practice field, UNLV. They didn't add that to the receiver doc. I would have liked to hear that about that in the receiver doc.
Forgot about
that. The field or the facilities. Yeah. There was a lot of noise made about that. The Niners were threatening to come back to Santa Clara to practice for the Super Bowl after all the media day obligations, and they could have done that. Vegas is a 2-hour flight, hour-and-a-half flight or whatnot. You know what? Shanahan, I feel like you've gotten onto the bus with me when it comes to Coach Shanahan.
What bus is that?
That bus is he gets a little tight in big games. Like Debo yelling at him, get me the damn ball in the NFC Championship game. Let's go, Kyle. Dial it up. And Kyle, in a way, is a little too buddy-buddy with his players. Bill Walsh was like, I'm going to be the coach. I'm going to yell at my assistants. I'm going to have the players against me, but they'll play hard because I'm yelling at their position coaches. Shanahan's a little buddy-buddy with Kittle and Debo and Purdy and all these guys when they always go to Cabo. And that's fine. I guess they got great relationships. It's all good. But he got tight in these big games. And it's the same thing that we're going to talk about in training camp. Same thing we're going to talk about all season. Because in a way, that something you text in the thread Saturday. With a regular season this year for the 49ers, I mean, finally, you guys are going to be on the train with me when I say this. It's Super Bowl or bust. Because the regular season won't matter no more for this team and this fan base anymore after getting close to the mountaintop last season.
It'll matter for seeding.
For seeding.
For seeding. Not for proving how great they are. Because it feels like no matter how big the victory is, they're all just litmus tests for the playoffs, right? Because that's really what it ultimately matters. Here's the thing I'd say about Shanahan. Bosa stops Patrick Mahomes on 4th and 2. They win the Super Bowl.
Would have been great.
No, the whole thing's different. So, like,
that's a problem. The highest paid defensive player. Listen to what you just said.
What?
The highest paid defensive player ever in NFL history ran down the line of scrimmage with his head cut off, and Mahomes gets a key first down.
No, but what I'm saying is the margins are so razor thin. Like, it doesn't make Shanahan some bumbling fool because in tight moments because a couple of plays didn't go their way.
Yeah, no. But you watched that game, and I come on. Before halftime, the Niners had, 21 seconds left with the ball and a couple timeouts?
Yeah.
And you were irate that they didn't take a shot.
Well, they needed to score a touchdown. That was my whole mindset was you have to score. Your defense is exhausted. Right. You have to score.
But I'm talking about before halftime.
Before halftime.
Yeah, before halftime.
Oh, yeah.
You were irate.
They needed to be more aggressive.
It was crazy.
Because I thought you needed to score 30 to win that game.
Well, it was crazy because you looked at me and said, Bonte, I now get why you were mad about Super Bowl 54.
And then we sat there and I said, they're not going to touch the ball. Lubman, clock it for a full hour in real time.
That's what I was yelling about. You were like, calm down. I was like, they're not touching the ball
then
for
they
hour
get an
15.
interception and they go backwards. So in the first drive of the second half.
But I don't really. So I need all the playmakers as possible for Kyle Shanahan. I need them because Shanahan sometimes he is a great coach. He is. He doesn't have that Super Bowl. I get it. A lot of coaches have been great, haven't won that Super Bowl. But he needs the Super Bowl, no doubt about it. But Shanahan sometimes gets in his own head and he thinks, you know what? My system is flawless. I could just plug and play whoever, and we're going to make things happen. Yeah, and I would say be careful with that.
No, I hear you. And but Andy Reid's not perfect either. Like, Andy Reid had to be screamed at by Travis Kelce to get him the ball.
Well, even Andy Reid, when you think about, he did have to be screamed at. And what did Andy Reid do? I wish, now that I'm thinking about it, I wish George Kittle would have yelled at Kyle Shanahan.
But just hear me out, though.
I wish he would have yelled at Kyle Shanahan to give me the ball.
Doesn't bail out, like the Niners don't bail out Mahomes, and at some point they score one more point than them, whether it be in regulation or in overtime. They end up going for a touchdown instead of a field goal, and the game's over. Let's just say hypothetically, we're having listen to what the conversations are. It's not Shanahan's a big choker. It's, wow, Shanahan painted a Picasso with the defensive coordinator that had nothing to do with him, and they were completely, off page all year, and they shut down Patrick Mahomes, who had a mediocre game, and they completely outcoached Andy Reid. Yeah, well, and now Shanahan's an all-time winner.
Well, isn't it ironic that in that Super Bowl, the best coach for the 49ers was Steve Wilkes? And that's something.
Until Shanahan had to come running down the sideline begging for a timeout.
But that bothered me. Because Shanahan, what about your offense? 5 wide, empty gun. 3rd and 5 to win the game and milk the clock. What about the goal line in overtime? What about not knowing the overtime rules in the Super Bowl?
Inexcusable. That's inexcusable.
So don't even get me started on Shanahan right now. I don't even want to sound like a Shanahan hater.
But he also had Jawan Jennings going to be your MVP because of a unbelievable double pass backwards to set them. What I'm getting at is I don't know why we can't just have rhetoric of like this. Damn, Shanahan's freaking awesome. The final step of the conquest is winning it all. And it sucks that he's so close, yet he feels so far. But he's not some bumbling moron.
No, I don't think anybody's saying that. I don't think anybody's saying that at all. He is a great coach. That's your boy Colin Cowherd that put him at number 6 in the top 10 coaches. Not me. I got Shanahan in the top 5.
Yeah, I think he's top 3 or 4.
Yeah, whatever, top 5. And he's not 5, but he's in the top 5. Shanahan's fine. But in that Super Bowl, the defense was the better unit. Steve Wilkes was the better coach. All right? This offense was so tight in that Super Bowl. And we saw it in Super Bowl 54 when John Lynch is in the suite. Timeout. And I'm kicking and screaming at the old station, call a damn timeout. It's 10-10. This is Mahomes and company. Score. You got to score. So Shanahan, he convinced everybody that Nick Mullins was better than Jimmy Garoppolo. And it was like, oh, please, Jimmy, stay healthy. Please, Jimmy, stay healthy. So, Shanahan is a good coach.
I think he's
sometimes
he great.
Gets in his own way. And the fact that you said, what do you think about Shanahan in that doc? I had to be reminded that Kansas City was prepared for overtime, and the Niners wasn't. You think Bill Belichick would ever be unprepared like that? You think Sean McVay would ever be unprepared like that? You think Bill Parcells or Bill Walsh or Joe Gibbs? Come on, man.
One of the things, the defining traits of Bruce Bochy when he became the Giants manager was him knowing the rules of Don Mattingly, going back to the, to the mound multiple times, and you have to automatically take out Chad Billingsley.
So
no, that part is inexcusable.
It was inexcusable. And Kelsey and them were laughing. So look, Shanahan is a great coach. We're thankful to have Shanahan, but he needs all the playmakers possible. And you brought up Andy Reid. Andy Reid in Philadelphia, when they were losing NFC championship games, he realized, damn, Tom Pinkston and James Strauss is just not good enough. I need to go get a big boy. And he went out, got a big boy in Terrell Owens, and boom, all of a sudden we're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but they didn't win it.
They got close, and his quarterback let them down.
And so the Niners, they've gotten really close.
But I guess we can hang banners for that then.
Look, he's in, I think this is the 8th year for Shanahan this year.
It's been great. It's been a great run. Great run. All-time run for the Niners.
Walsh went 9 years and had the 3 Super Bowls. He's been to 2 and 8.
And changed the NFL.
No doubt, but I'm just saying, Shanahan has his imprint all around the league. And whether you want to give McVay more of the love or whatever, but Shanahan's got guys everywhere. Mike McDaniels is balling.
Over a decade, yeah.
I mean, LaFleur looks amazing.
No, Shanahan's done great. I got what he did with D'Amico Ryans.
D'Amico Ryans looks like one of the few defensive coaches that you are ready to say, that guy's next level.
Hey, people telling me we should have. I'm not going to go there. D'Amico Ryans is good though. He is really good. Let's go to the calls, man.